Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. It is Local Music Monday. We're live on Disruption Network. You can watch us live on Twitch. You can watch us live on YouTube and it's Facebook as well. If you are watching on Facebook, please do us a favor, click that share button. Shout out to the sponsors. If not for the sponsors, this podcast isn't possible. I got to give a big shout out to my boy Eddie over at EJA Moving Services. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit up Eddie and his crew at 315-335-0516. There's no task they can't handle. They can pretty much move anything, anywhere, anytime. They'll even drive your car to like Bermuda if you need it to be driven to Bermuda. He'll do that for you.
Can you drive to Bermuda?
You can. There's a big long bridge. It's a huge bridge. You haven't seen the bridge yet to Bermuda?
You were sick of the boats getting lost in the Bermuda Triangle.
That's it. You can find them at ejamoving.com. You want a good meal this week, hit up Joey's at 307. It's 307 Mohawk Street. They've got great seafood. They got a revolving dinner menu. They even do catering. Call them today for reservations, 315-864-3527. Thank you to Utica Coffee. My attorney, Dave Longaretta. If you need some legal advice, give him a call, 315-735-6162. Saranac Brewery. Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. And also got to give a big shout out to Chillin' with the Rick. Oh, you rocking the shirt. Look at that. Justin's rocking the shirt, man.
I had to because he came out to watch us play at the Turquoise Tiger on Saturday, and he was wearing a Showtime shirt.
Okay.
So
you had to pay the favor back.
Yeah, pay the favor back.
I like it. I like it.
I love Rick anyway. So.
And if Rick is watching, I think Rick should book our guest today, Phil to the Brim.
Yeah, definitely.
They need
definitely. You guys should get on there and hang out with Rick. He's cool.
Yeah. He's great. We call him Chillin' now.
Yeah,
that's just his name.
Chillin'.
We don't even call him Rick anymore.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he was trying to switch it back to it was Chillin' Smith, and he did it like as a joke because I told him he should do that, and then he switched it, and then Facebook was like, "You got to wait like 3 months to switch it back." And I'm like, "Just leave it.
Just
don't
leave
even
it.
Worry about it,
right,
man.
You're chilling from now on."
Yeah, exactly.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had a good stretch. I'm on gig 5 tonight, so.
And how many more you got to go?
Oh no, I'm done after tonight until Thursday. So, but I got to rehearse for the band tomorrow, and then
New songs?
We got about for the summer. We're up to like 7 or 8 right now that we learned brand new for us. That we're. Because, you play that many gigs and it gets boring after a while. But in the summer, you're sick of playing those songs. So you go in this, go back in the rehearsal space, learn a whole bunch of new songs, and nice and fresh for the summer.
Do you each get to pick a song, or how does that get played?
Well, every time somebody mentions something, Joe's got this thing on, like, the iPhone, like, the notes thing, and, like, we're all shared on it. And, like, if he hears one of us mention a song, he'll just pop it on. So we have this whole list of songs that everybody's picked, and we just go down the list.
That easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not
It's
easy.
not.
It's not easy.
It's so hard, especially because is it a democracy with your band?
Yes and no. I mean, there's, I'm no matter if there's somebody in the band younger than me, I'm still considered the youngest, so nothing I say matters. I'm used to it.
But you're the one that's been in the band the most.
Well, yeah. Well, Joe, Jose, and I have been together for 29 years this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Is anybody here 29? No.
Half of them aren't even 19.
I know, right?
Let alone 29. Filled to the brim in the house with the.
Love it.
Love to see these guys in the house, and they're still doing it, man. They're still doing it. Justin, you know how they met? They all met at band camp.
Sick. Oh, it's so awesome.
Isn't that great? It's such a great story.
Where was band camp?
Oh, jeez.
Marcy, right?
Yeah.
Wait, they have a band camp around here?
Jim O'Malley.
I didn't know that.
Jim O'Mahony.
How did I not know about this?
Sorry, Jim.
How did I not know about this? I don't know. I feel like an idiot right now.
They met at band camp. And you know the long-going joke, one day back at band camp, there's always some kind of weird joke about band camp.
Sure.
They're still sticking it out from band camp. How long you guys been a band now?
Since 2018.
So about 6 years, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you made it through COVID?
Yep.
Yeah. And you guys still haven't killed each other yet. That's great. That's awesome.
If you had to kill one person in the band, who would it be?
Who, what?
Why are you looking
at me? They all looked at Johnny.
I think we're all going down.
Johnny's the one that's going to get him canceled.
Boy.
Why we don't give him a mic at gigs?
No, but you guys are doing some great things. They did a single with our boy Adderman over at Big Blue North. Shout out to Big Blue North.
Yes.
Jeff's been
Jeff.
Uncle Jeff's been a long time friend of mine for so many years, and Justin too. Justin's produced a bunch of albums
Absolutely
out of
love
there.
him and Pam. They're just great people.
Yeah.
Can't say enough about them all the time.
Did you eat all the snacks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a lot.
Yeah.
It's very difficult not to,
Yeah.
you know, because you got that one spot in the back of the effects rack unit, like, you know, where the couch is in back.
Yeah.
If you stand directly in the middle and behind that, all the effects racks, that's where the best sound is.
It is.
Conveniently, there's snacks on each side of you right here. So you're just like this whole time listening. And Pam's just refilling. And you're
Yeah.
like,
I don't know about you. When I sat down on that couch, I thought I was going to sink to the floor. Just
oh, yeah.
went right down.
I can't even tell you how many times myself, among others, have fallen asleep on that couch.
I have.
Oh, yeah. Just like you're chilling and, like, you know, I'm a guitar player. Why do I care about what the drummer's doing? So I'm just, you know.
You're just there to be supportive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not really supporting if you're in dreamland, you know. But it just happens. That place is so comfortable. It's just, you know. But did you guys feel like when you walked in there, that there's this feeling of inspiration?
Oh,
Like the second you walk in, like
Yes.
the very first time I spent time in that studio, we came in with 7 songs, and we ended up with 11. All the rest I wrote in the live room.
Really?
Yeah, while we were there, because it just inspired me so much, just sitting at the piano, just doing whatever, and you know, I mean, just incredibly inspiring.
Alyssa, when you recorded the drums, did you record in the room or in the stage in the big live room?
It was in the big live room.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, with
You
the
put the
gobos
tent
up.
around you. Put the tent.
Something crazy though is that just getting the right snare drum sound took about 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Well, that's Jeff too.
Yep.
Jeff's very, very meticulous, but you know you're going to get a good sound out of it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Very
When he's
worth
working on it.
I mean, I remember times because like there's been times I've had seen drums recorded in one of the vocal booths, in the live room with gobos, in the live room without gobos, with tents, without tents, with a mic this far away from the bass drum, and a mic this far from the bass drum, and a mic at the beater. I mean, just so many different things, but like. You'll get the whole drum set up, and you're like, nope, this ain't working. Go to the vocal booth. They'll take apart the drum set, bring it to the vocal booth, set it up. No, this ain't working either. We got to go someplace. You know, it's just trying to get that right sounded in. And like, you know, of course, it might not have been 3 hours if the humidity was at a certain
Yeah.
amount and the temperature wasn't here, and like, you know what I mean? Like,
So many factors.
There's so many factors,
Yeah.
and getting what you need to get. And thank God we have Jeff Adderman to do that, because he literally cares that much about what
Yeah.
your drums sound like that, you know, nobody cares about the bass player, just letting you know, but the drums are where it's at.
No, we get no love, bro. We get no
Bass
love.
players get no love, but you know. But did you guys all use your own gear, or did you get to use some of the cool vintage gear that he had there?
A mix.
A mix, very cool.
Yeah, I played
awesome.
on the piano he had out in the live
Yep,
room.
and that you heard the story about that piano, right?
I don't know
I think
if it's
Pam's mom. Wait, I don't know if this is the same piano still or if they got a new one, but the original one, Pam's mom, I think, won it in Wheel of Fortune.
Come on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not.
How
know
cool
that.
is that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I believe so. If Jeff is on, I'm sure if it's wrong, he'll correct me. But
He's
I
probably
think
just
that's
waking up right now.
Yeah, I think that's where that story is. But
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
There's so many cool stories about that place, though. Like that piano, you can press a key in that live room, and it lasts for 14 and a half seconds. If you just hold it down, you will hear sound for 14 and a half seconds. That's how long the decay is in the reverb.
Wow.
In that room. And that room, they've actually built their own reverb plug-in based on the reverb in that room, the natural reverb in that room. But it's really cool because you think if each note lasts 14 and a half seconds, it would get really muffled quickly, you know, but they set Mo up in that live room, and you could still hear each individual instrument as they play, which is really cool. I mean, that church, when they built it, was tuned perfectly, just for sound. It's perfect.
Yeah. And like tuning up the drums for 3 hours, it just goes to show you that everybody's different too.
Yeah.
It
Everybody's
was
different
definitely
player.
definitely worth it though.
Yeah.
Oh,
are you,
yeah.
are you guys overall happy with the production of everything?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Very.
Did you guys? What was the best thing you learned from Jeff?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess don't rush things
Yeah.
because we did a lot of takes for certain things, but in the end, it was always worth it on it, whatever instrument it was. So
Yeah.
I think that was an important lesson.
Oh, and you're a production guy. What do you think you learned? What'd you take from him?
Well, yeah, I actually took a lot because, it was just very informative for me. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know. I'd say just like miking a drum set and just because he invited me into the the room while they were like miking stuff, so I got to like hear when they were doing the drum sounds, and that was just like incredible for me, just being interested in all that. So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You think you go intern over there maybe one day?
maybe,
It'd be a great spot for you.
yeah,
It'd be a
definitely.
great person to learn from. And Jeff learned from the best too, learning from Gillis and
Yeah.
and everybody he's learned from.
I witnessed that. I was part of that, like watching him under Gillis learning.
Really?
Which was really cool. Yeah, because that all started with the Kelly's Christmas thing.
Okay.
And Gillis came in, and Jeff, and Jeff was married to Pam, and he was always there because he was interested in getting into it. And that when they first started hanging out and talking, and Adam was like the guy running and getting all the mics and like, put the mic here, and he put the mic here, run this cable here, and that's what he was doing, just learning everything and the ins and outs of everything in the studio. So, and I got to see that, which is really cool.
Was he razzing him a lot?
Oh God, yeah.
I can imagine the laughs must have been.
I mean, there's
endless.
a Genesis song that Tim, when he went out to check the piano, Tim's like, play blah blah blah, and it's like this super hard Genesis song. But Jeff used to play in a Genesis
Firth the
tribute
Fifth,
band.
right?
Yes, Firth the Fifth.
Yeah.
And he used to play in a Genesis cover band. And so he sits down, he starts checking the piano, and he's like, play Firth the Fifth. And so he's like, I haven't played that in 20 years. He goes, I don't care, play it. Gillis is yelling at him, and so he starts playing it, right? And I'm thinking, this is the greatest sounding thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, that sounds perfect, And Gillis is yelling at him, that's not an A flat, it's a B flat. He's screaming at him, play the right note. He's like, I haven't played it in 20 years, I don't care. They're just screaming back and forth at each other. It was hilarious. But I mean, I didn't know. I mean, they're crazy genius like that,
Yeah.
Oh God, I miss Gillis though.
Yeah,
Man.
for sure. It was a big loss last year when he passed away.
was, yep.
And Gillis's accolades were huge. He produced pretty much all those hardcore records
Yeah.
back from the New York City hardcore bands.
Yep.
Sick of It All, Madball,
Sure.
Agnostic Front.
Yeah, he was
the list
super,
goes on
super
and on.
famous in that circle.
He really was.
Big time.
He was. Nice. So where can we find this single? It's out. A couple of them.
Yeah,
they're
it's,
both out
it's
right
kind
now.
of a duo single. It's both I'm All Right and Snow in June.
Wait, is this on Apple Music?
Yeah, it should be.
It's on
Awesome.
all the streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Did you guys press any? Are there any CDs made or for us old people?
No.
What the heck? No love for the old folks? I still have an 8-track.
I'm
Do you know
all
what an
right,
8-track
so
is?
would
Oh,
you.
I knew you would. I still have
Totally.
record players and
I'm
8-track.
so excited to
Do you
listen.
guys consume albums? Do you listen to records?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a bit of a lost art now, doing a full cohesive album at least,
Yeah, it is.
bringing things together.
It's expensive as hell.
Yeah.
It is super expensive, but it's a whole process. You get into the album, you open it up, you read the liner notes. It's art.
Yeah.
You can hang it up on your wall, listen to it, go through the whole thing.
I'm digging the album cover too, guys.
Hey, thank
Very
you.
cool.
I like
you see it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I seen when they first came out. So how long has the first single been out? It's been out for a couple weeks now, right?
Well, they both kind of. Which one?
Oh, they both came out at the same time.
Yeah,
Oh, they did. Okay.
January 27th.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, it's-
I'm excited to listen. I can't wait because I didn't know that it was out yet. I'm sorry.
Are you guys gonna put a video to it?
maybe.
Haven't
We
talked
could.
about it yet, but it's open to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had like fantasy ideas in my head.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just saying.
She'll text the group chat with this like really long idea for a video, and then sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't.
Yep.
Like for All of You, which is off of our first album, we planned that one together and it came out beautifully.
Yeah.
So
Very
maybe,
cool.
maybe we'll put one together. Maybe we'll
waiting
take
for
one of
a
those fantasy
dissertation.
ideas. Yeah.
Well, nowadays you need some kind of visual to your songs because everybody's on
Yeah.
YouTube and everything else, and
You can
That's-
interpret lyrics how you want, but when you have it something accompanied. a
Yeah,
video,
for
you
sure.
can say, oh, this is what they meant, or this is what they're going.
I'm totally joking when I say this, but I just thought of something. If for like Snow in June, the whole video is just Jack and Tori making snow angels, just singing.
Just that.
Just that. I don't know why I just thought
Need to
of that.
get some
but-
snow. If we're gonna
Just
do
make it
this.
happen.
Yeah.
Got to make it happen.
Johnny's mom Judy's on. She's saying the album cover is from Harry's Barn.
Yeah.
Who's
Cool.
Harry?
He's the owner of Harry's Barn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry, and he's at his barn.
Yeah. It was like this new area they kind of opened, and they've been like kind of like battling with like the town or one of the boards to like completely open the restaurant, and they have like they have a nice facility up there. They have I know they've got a bar right now, and that right now they can only serve like people outdoors. So they had to shut down for the winter, but we've played there a couple of times for their shows, and they've got this huge area. They grow their own apples and make their own cider there. I'm pretty sure.
Very
And they've
cool.
got
See on there the nice chessboard, kind of
yeah,
human sized.
that's on the album cover for the singles, the chessboard that was there. So they've got a nice place up there.
Very cool.
Hire saying, God, you guys are old. Thanks, Hire.
I don't even know where are these on Facebook?
No, that he's on Twitch and
okay.
Johnny's mom's on YouTube.
Okay, 'cause I'm like, where are these comments you're seeing? I'm like, where? I got to start bringing my computer. I'm telling you, because I want to like
You wanna
get
see all
on.
the-
I want to see all of them so I can interact.
And then Judy's also saying it's on Holman City Road, Harry's Barn.
Yeah.
Cool.
In Sequoia. Oh, cool. So it'd be cool if they have a lot of music. They're going to plan on having a lot of music there? Or is that going to be a thing?
They definitely want us back.
They
so,
want- yeah.
Very cool.
We want to go back.
yeah, we want to go back too.
Very cool.
Play as many gigs as you want, right?
Yeah.
No, you should.
So, who in the band is a gearhead? Because I'm a gearhead, so I need to know who in the band is a gearhead.
It's gonna be
Yeah, I
Owen
think
and
that's
I.
us.
I'm asking
Yeah?
them every day. What's this do? What's this do?
But you guys are like, so yeah, because it's a hard road to go down. You know, it's like it's I don't know,
And an expensive one, too.
very expensive, a hard road, but it's so like fulfilling when you get like finally get that tone that's in your head that you've been searching for years and years and years, and it finally happens, and you're like, yes.
Yeah. Well,
Exactly.
I didn't start off as a guitar person.
Mm-hmm.
I started off on keyboards until
Oh, wow.
until the band needed a bassist. So I was kinda like, well.
Oh, so you're
I
a
know what
bass
I'm
player
doing.
by because
Yeah.
you had to.
By default.
Yeah.
Yeah, by default. Yeah.
I was probably going to learn anyways. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It was probably going to happen. But yeah, I mean, so I don't know a lot of stuff, but I'm like on the road. I'm
Very
getting
cool.
there.
Yeah. And you've taken the path now.
Yes.
Because there's that fork in the road that is just like, I'll play something from Walmart, or I need to discover everything.
Yeah.
I remember Tori's dad the first time he asked, "Grab that XLR cable." I'm like, "Here? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
What does that even mean?
I don't know."
Johnny, are you always tweaking with your tones?
Yeah, especially recently. I'm always changing something or another, especially between different guitars and stuff. Between the Les Paul and the Strat, I'm always tweaking stuff just whether it's a little more bass on this one or a little more treble on this one. I'm always changing something.
The Gibson or a Fender over here. Get
Yeah.
both sides of the ball.
That's why I ended up getting a guitar that did both.
Yeah, the
you know what I mean.
PRS?
No, I got my Ernie Balls.
Oh,
That's
right.
they do. I can make it sound like a Strat or a Les Paul. So.
How's that happen?
Well, okay,
Just-
so it's got the ones that I use are two humbuckers, and what happens is like you guys know what coil splitting is, right?
Yeah, the coil.
Yeah, the coil tap.
You got like a push pull.
See, I don't have that switch. Mine's built into the 5-position switch, so instead of a 3-position with the humbucker, it goes to the in between. So it'll put the two outside coils in phase or out of phase, and then the two inside coils inside out of phase.
Okay.
But I also have a trim pot on the inside and the back that because when you split coils in a humbucker, it brings the volume down. So what this trim pot does in the guitar is that you can turn it up and match the volume of the single coils to the humbuckers.
Oh, wow.
So
That's nice.
it essentially is two guitars in one. Plus, I have a 20 decibel push boost pedal pretty much built into my volume. So it's like, I have no need for a Les Paul and a Strat anymore. It's just, and I mean, of course, it doesn't sound like a Strat. It's a Strat-like tone, and that doesn't sound like a Les Paul. It's got a Les Paul type tone because wood is a factor, and how they're built, and Gibson has its certain tone in their pickups, and Fender has a certain tone in their pickups, so everything kind of goes, but for what I do, it works for me. So
Is it an easy switch mid-show, or
what's that?
is it an easy switch between the sounds mid-show, or is
Well, yeah, it's all done on the switch. Like I'm on the guitar itself.
Okay, I'm not a
Yeah,
guitar
yeah, right
guy,
on the
so I'm
guitar
not
itself. So I can do it right in the middle of the song. Like if I
wow,
want to
okay.
start, if I want to play the verse with a Strat,
it's that. Wow,
it's right
okay.
here on
That's
position 2, and then I can, if I want a beefy tone, like use the straight up neck pickup, I can just flip it up to the neck pickup or flip it down to the bridge pickup if I want a higher tone. So
It's all
yeah.
on the toggle switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Johnny, what's the dream guitar that you wanted? What's the one you're saving all your money for?
Oh wow. Well, I've already got. They're not. I've got the two pinnacles of guitars. I've got Gibson Les Paul and an American Fender Stratocaster.
Exactly. That's so cool. What else do you need, right?
PRS.
Some of those are cool.
Yeah, PRS
some of those
is
are
great.
cool. I don't know if I were to get another guitar now, it'd probably be either one of the Les Paul Juniors or Specials with a P90 in it, or like a Gretsch Duo Jet. That'd probably be my next choice.
What about a Telecaster?
I've thought about it, but with this Strat, I pretty much covered that tone. I mean, the
See,
Tele's a
that's
little
where I'm
more-
at. That's where I'm at with the Ernie Ball, because here's the thing: I can get all those tones out of it, but it's not a Telecaster.
Yeah.
Have you played one yet?
Yeah, they're
Like
a bit more
through an amp?
twangy.
Yes,
than-
exactly. But it works, especially
Yeah.
next time you do it. Put it through some dirt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Put some distortion on it, and it will it's a whole brand new thing. You know what I mean? It's not it takes that twang, but you're adding dirt to it, so it makes it a little bit more great. That's why a lot of you saw a lot of grunge guys and like alternative guys playing tellies, because it was just this different sound. It wasn't a Strat sound. It wasn't a Gibson sound. It had its own thing.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of guys that aren't country use tellies for that reason.
Alyssa, what about you? You want a big old rack drum kit? You ready for the whole rack and 13 different cymbals around you and whatnot? Neil
you
Peart
know,
style?
I like simpler the better, because I feel like sometimes when it's just like small, sometimes it even sounds better. I mean, the big thing would be great, like a spin around kit like Neil Peart. Oh, that'd be so much fun. But honestly, I don't really have any maybe ride cymbal things, because I sound like I'm talking really weird right now, and I have no idea why.
Do you use percussion? Are you in the congas or any of that
Yeah.
kind of hand drums, djembes or whatnot? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just been looking at some other ride cymbals, so that's my main focus.
Ride cymbals?
Yeah.
Do you guys spend a lot of time at Big Apple?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've spent every Tuesday for 11 years there. That's where I take my lessons.
Ah, there you go.
I'm
So
always
yeah.
seeing the new stock.
Oh, yeah.
keyboards every day.
You took lessons with Schneider, correct?
No, Jim.
Jim. Oh, that's right.
That's
That's
how
right.
he got me into rock camp.
That's how I got into rock camp.
Putting it all together again.
Oh, and what kind of gear are you into? What's some of your dream gear that you would like to have?
Oh, I don't know.
Everything. I want it all.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm pretty good because like I've got what I need to like.
You say
make
that
the songs. Well, yeah, it's never enough. You always want more. So
The big Ampeg.
yeah,
The 1975 Ampeg.
yeah.
That's one of the coolest amps I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, just they had it. I forget what. I think it was Mike Brindisi's album that we did. Their bass player. They took and I don't know. Is it still there at Big Blue? The 810 Ampeg SVT
He had
with the tube head, the big tube head.
He had me play through something. I think he called it the fridge.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, where did he put it?
It's
He
as
put
heavy
it-
as a fridge, too.
Yeah, well, he put it right in the middle of the live room. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because when we recorded Mikey's album, like where Pam and Jeff's office is, like right in the front there, it's where the
Yeah.
everything the bathroom is,
Yeah.
like that. So that room, right in the middle of the room is where they put the SVT cab, like in the office when we recorded Mike's record, and it's just like I said. But you can actually get some of the reverb from the live room in that room, because there's a pass-through up over the ceiling to the live room. Because that's where the balcony of the church used to be.
Yeah.
So it goes, when they built the control room and everything, they left that pass-through. Excuse me. So you could get some of the reverb in there, which is really cool.
That's where I did mine, too, right in the control room
Yeah.
for the Street Rock album.
Yes,
They
yeah.
did it right
Well, yeah,
inside
because they'll always put the amp heads in the control room, but like the speakers and where they place, microphones and stuff, it'll be, we had a Marshall Plexi that we used on that record as well, and the only way to make a Marshall Plexi sound good is to put everything on 11. It's like literally the only
Spinal
way.
Tap?
Yeah, seriously. And so up in the bell tower, we put the speakers, You had 2 412s mic'd, covered with blankets.
In the bell tower?
Yeah, covered with, and you'll hear why in a second. Covered with blankets, okay? We had the amp head in the control room. We shut all the doors to get into the control room. And he goes, listen to this. And he shuts everything off in the control room. He goes, hit something. And we go, and you could actually hear it up in the bell tower. That's how loud this thing was.
Wow.
You could still hear it through all those shut doors.
But through all of Genesee Street.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Into the street.
Oh, it was insane. It was such a cool tone, though. I mean, it's like it brings you back to like listening to old '70s records, like any AC/DC. I mean, that's all that Plexi had in that that tone that is just cranked to the nines. It was awesome.
He has a plug-in, a snake in the bell tower?
There's a snake. There's in the wall snakes everywhere.
Yeah.
And if there's
I
not,
didn't realize
then
there was one all the way up there, too.
Yeah, there's one going. I might be confused, but I think there's one going into the basement as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
Snakes everywhere.
I think there might be one in the bathroom too. I can't remember.
It's best reverb in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You can always tell when someone's in the bathroom. You're on the phone with them.
Yeah, but I mean, for those watching at home, if you're a musician or anybody, like really, if you are looking into getting to record anything, go there, please.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
it's an experience you'll never forget. Ever.
And you get to play cool barroom games downstairs in the basement.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Nobody wanted to play darts with me. I was sad.
I would have played.
You're
darts
probably a
with you.
shark,
You gotta
that's
bring me in
why.
next time, you know.
You're probably a shark. Are you guys constantly writing music? Are you? Yeah.
I'd say too much, but I don't think they
Too
can
much?
do too much. So
Yeah, it's like, well, currently it's not a lot, but it goes through like cycles of like, all of a sudden we'll get like 5 songs at once. Like usually that's right before the summer.
yeah.
Yeah. So we're probably gonna get a batch of new ones
Nice.
soon. Yeah. Everybody contributes a little bit.
Good.
Yeah.
Keep writing.
Yeah.
And Owen's up for a Sammy Award next week. Is it
God,
next
it's
week?
so cool.
Yeah, it is next week. It'll be next Friday, the
It's
3rd.
the 3rd, yeah. Yeah.
Friday
Well,
the
today's
3rd.
today's what?
The 20th.
So we find out tomorrow if we're still in.
Yeah, we're still.
You think we're still in?
I don't know.
Because you know what made me nervous. I'm like Stephen Page live from home. I'm like, that can't be the Stephen Page, right?
It is.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Of course, it's Stephen Page from Bare Naked Ladies. I'm like, how the hell are we gonna win this?
Yeah, how are we going to beat the Bare Naked
How are we gonna
Ladies?
beat the Bare Naked Ladies? I mean, you can't do that, you know.
He lives in Syracuse or Camillus or something, right?
Yeah, yep.
He's
Yeah, I actually, none of you guys probably even know who the Bare Naked Ladies are.
Oh,
do you?
yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
do?
Heard
Okay,
of
good.
them, yeah.
Because when I worked at the Apple Store in Syracuse, I'll never forget this. I was like a child. Literally, when he walked into the Apple Store, I was like freaking out. I'm in the back room, and I'm like, "Oh my God, you guys are not going to guess who's here!" And like, who's here? Who's here? I'm like, Stephen Page and the Bare Naked Ladies are like, who? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so old. Oh God, I'm so old. And I'm like, nobody is to go near him. I said, I will check him out when he's done, because I mean, I was working in the back doing inventory, but I could check people out if I wanted to. So I'm like, nobody goes near him. So he's like looking around for somebody. I'm like, how can I help you? Like total, like I just wanted to meet him,
Yeah, turn the switch on.
He's like, I'm just looking to cash out. I'm like, cool. I'm like, I just wanted to say that I really enjoy your music. And he's like, thanks for being quiet, man. I'm like, no problem, cool. And like, this, and then hands me his American Express black card, and all that.
Let's get him on this podcast.
I'd love to.
I'm gonna hit him
I'd
up.
love to. You should.
I'm gonna hit him up. But the thing about the Sammys is we're in the People's Choice Awards, and it's just so long with the voting. We've been
is, yeah.
voting since like New Year's, right? It's been like
Yeah.
New Year's since we've been voting. It's like, all right, I gotta constantly ask you people to vote for me again. It gets
Yeah.
dragged out for so long.
It does. I try not to share it too much, because then it's like, it just gets mundane and people stop. Like they'll, you scroll on Facebook so long, and all of a sudden, like certain posts you just kind of scroll past because you've seen it a million times. So,
Yeah.
you
I strategically post it. Like I do like Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. It's like I have.
Yeah, you gotta-
I'm a psycho like that.
right.
Kevin's saying you guys are going to do it. We have a ton of people voting for you every day. Thank you, man. Appreciate all the support. So we'll find out, I think, tomorrow. I think we find out tomorrow if we're still in it or not. Jennifer Towns, Jack's mom, saying you don't need a big drum kit. Alyssa, you got skills.
Why, thank you.
That's really the thing. I mean, you see a lot of drummers like that, because what did they say?
Less is more?
Yeah, you could actually you could make a song sound funky and in the pocket with a bass snare and a hi hat.
Yeah.
That's it.
All about the groove, baby.
Yep.
All
Gotta get in
about
the pocket.
groove. And Judy's saying enough with the guitars.
No more.
There's never enough.
I'm going back and forth with Kevin right now, like about the. He's like, he goes, my wife thinks differently. She thinks 12 drum kits are a little excessive. I'm like, my wife says the same about my 12 guitars.
Do you have like a whole room dedicated? Do you have like your music space?
I have a studio upstairs, but I keep my guitars in my son's playroom closet downstairs because I needed that room. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then that way, like I can bring whatever guitars I want out to play. You know, to play out. I still have some Strats and. You know, I have a 1959 or 61 Gibson Parlor guitar, which is really cool. You saw that at the Keeler show.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh, that was cool. Oh, our boy's on right now.
Well, Moyer?
Tim Moyer.
Oh, man.
Maybe we should have Moyer take these guys under their wing.
You should, you know, Uncle Tim.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll
sure.
keep the uncle thing going.
So he wants to start with his brother right now. He says
Yep.
Jeff has never had enough guitar. He changes his guitar more than he changes his underwear.
That's 100% true. I sold my PRS back to him because he sold it to me first. When I got my first Ernie Ball, I sold the PRS back to him. And I said, don't ever get rid of this guitar. I said, if you want to sell it back to me. Like 2 weeks later, it was not even in any of the pictures anymore. I go, what'd you do with that guitar? He was like, I sold it. I'm like, come on, dude. So bummed.
I gotta say, during the Super Bowl when Rihanna was on and she was wearing the red coat, and Jeff
They
posted
the
a
thing with
picture
Tim, yeah.
of Tim wearing the red coat, and he said, "Who wore it better?" Which was hilarious. And then they went off on a thing, and he's like, "Well, Jeff, you bought that with Mom's credit card." Hysterical. Those
It
guys
is
are going
fun.
back.
But
and
yeah,
forth.
you guys, if you ever get a chance to hook up with Tim, and you'll take you in the right direction for sure.
And Moyer's saying he wore it better. You definitely wore it better, bro. You definitely did. Justin, if you got to give some advice to the folks here in the studio with you, what was the best kind of advice you can give? Some kind of musical advice?
I don't know.
playing
I mean, these
gigs
guys,
or
you guys are
whatever?
doing it really well. Like you're doing all the right things. I mean, and like listen to the older generation. You know, like when you go in, like it seems like when Jeff gave you guys suggestions, you listen. You know what I mean? So, I mean, these are guys that have done it for years and know what to do. You know what I mean? And like that's the only thing I can say is listen to the good advice. You know what I mean? You'll know in your gut if it's not coming from the right place. But most of the time, guys around here will steer you in the right direction. So that would definitely be keep doing what you're doing. The other thing, if you guys keep writing, you can't write enough. Yeah. Keep enough in that catalog because you'll go back to Jeff and be like, okay, we're ready to do an EP, which is kind of the way everybody's going now. They're going away from the LPs, the long play records, and going to like 4, 5, 6 songs at most, on each record. But that way you can go in and be like, hey Jeff, we have 40 songs. Let's go. Let's take our pick. You know what I mean? And then you can pick the best from, and figure out what you're going to do with that. And that's like a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, I think we had Alyssa. We had a master list of songs. We whittled it down from about 22 to 9 for our next album.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's great. That's great. I mean, if you get one more, you could actually get 2 EPs out of it. You know what I mean? So like that's the thing. Like instead of coming out with a full length album, keep those EPs because that's people from. I think like when I was talking about with Charlie with like making it big, like what's making it big now. I mean, like you almost like. Like remember the movie? It brings me back to the Water Boy. Foosball is the devil, Bobby Boucher. Like that. Like that's the music industry. Like the music industry is seriously like just horrible.
Eat you up, spit you out.
Oh, it's horrible. And but you look at all these people that they go on YouTube and they garner a following on YouTube and Twitch and all that. Like Twitch is open up for musicians like crazy right now. And but getting setting up a channel and really having somebody focus on that and doing content all the time, that's what's going to make you push you to the next level as far as somebody in Utah heard you guys and you guys have this huge following in Salt Lake City in this bar and they want you to come play there and they'll pay you exorbitant amounts of money to come and play in their little bar, But that's how that happens and that's where you make your money is when you can start building a tour and going and making the money that way. You know what I mean? Because there's no money in records anymore, which really sucks. And that's even for the guys that have quote unquote made it in the music industry and got signed by record labels. They're not really getting paid from recording music. They record music so that they can go play it live. And that's where they make their money. And they make their money with endorsements, and they make their money with, their YouTube channel and their merchandise and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, it's funny when anytime you click on a YouTube video and you see an ad, the person that made that video is getting money, and that's how you make money with it. And I mean, obviously, it's not all about making money. I think that a lot of people, especially like younger musicians like yourselves, and even me, like right now, I would love to write an album right now and record it just because I enjoy it. You know what I mean? And that's where it really goes from. It's not always all about making a crap ton of money. It's about doing what you love to do and focusing on that. You know what I mean? And come out with 27 albums if you want. If it's not about the money, if you enjoy doing that, but. I mean, my whole thing is if you're going to be an original act, go play the gigs, make the money, record the albums, rinse and repeat. You know what I mean? Make that money doing the gigs, record another album, Then you got it forever, and your family has it forever, and your kids will have it, your grandkids will have it, and you pass the torch along, and it just starts all over again. Music's life, man. It's incredible.
I love it. If you do come out with an album, can I play on it?
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
Hell yeah.
Tim Moyer saying the word of advice right now is be a sponge. Take everything in, good or bad. I love that. It's true. Soak it all in. Anything you can soak in, do it. Do it. What's he saying, Borgia? Borgia's saying you guys are all a bunch of great kids, and that's a fact.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that's a fact. But he's also saying Bobby was an ultimate aquatic engineer. What's that mean? I was hoping you would know.
I don't know.
Are
you talking about Bobby Ock?
I don't know. Maybe.
Aquatic, Bobby Aquaviva.
Maybe. Maybe. Bob's great too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Bob's been doing it for so long, and he's got Sammy Awards as well. He was nominated for a Grammy Award.
Sure.
So we've got such great talent in this area. That's why we have this podcast on Mondays, is to showcase.
How long did we go
talent.
before we repeated?
Probably over a year.
Yeah, it was at least over a year that we had guests on, a different guest every Monday for over a year.
Wow.
Of just musicians from this area, which is incredible.
You saying Bobby Boucher?
Oh, Bobby Boucher.
The
water boy, yeah.
Water boy, gotcha. I don't know. I'm
ultimate aquatic engineer. Yes, okay, I get it now. Sorry.
We're a little slow on a Monday too sometimes.
Yes,
we are.
But whose idea was to do this on Monday anyway?
I know. Well, Local Music Monday. Well, it was in the middle of COVID when we set this whole thing up. And speaking of which, let's talk about this too real quick.
Yep.
We are going to have our 3-year anniversary.
3-year anniversary
show
party
coming up on March 27th. We're going to do our 3-year anniversary March 27th. We're looking for some acoustic artists to come play
so
that.
if you guys want to come do an acoustic thing, all original music. We can't set up the full band, but we'll set up the acoustic guy, 1 or 2 people right there on the green screen. And there you go.
If you guys want to come join us.
Listen, there'll be that area right there. So if you guys can all fit yourselves with acoustic guitars in that area around a microphone, by all means, bring the whole band.
For sure.
Let's do this.
we could try to make it fit. Yeah. But we are definitely looking for some more acoustic artists if they want to come and join us. The one time that we did, we had a great time.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Quinn here. We had Max here. So and the Gridley Page boys were in the house. And Jay Schnitt. What a great time that day. And Justin and I got drunk. So that was a lot of fun.
Well, that was the whole first year of our podcast.
Yeah, well.
The whole flatten the curve in 2 weeks turned into 2 years.
Yeah. It turned into me going to Betty Ford. But yes, we're going to do that on March 27th. So if you guys are interested, hit us up. Slide into our DMs, as the kids say. And let us know if you're interested to come play. Would be a lot of fun. Do you have any special guests you would like to bring in that day? And Justin, you got to play a song or two that day too.
Yeah,
you do.
I'll play something off my 2007 record that's older than dirt.
Okay, I love it.
A rocket.
I want Isaac French here.
Yeah, we got to get Isaac.
If you're watching, Isaac, you're coming. I'll drag you. Bring the kid if you gotta. If you're babysitting, bring her. Right?
For sure.
So, what future plans Phil to the Brim have coming up?
The album that's in the works.
Album this year.
Okay.
We're setting it now. Album this year. We're gonna do it. We've got a couple songs recorded. We're gonna do some more over break until we get back to school. But I think we've got a really solid album in the works.
That's awesome.
Great.
I can't wait.
Shake up some good gigs as well. So
good.
We'll be active.
Good. And if they're interested in booking you, how do they get in touch with you? What's the best way? Who's doing the bookings in this band?
The parents.
Yeah. The parents.
Over here.
Off stage.
Like, it's me.
Yeah, I mean, you can go through Instagram. We have that. We have a website. I don't know if you can reach us through that. But
You can attempt to. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
can try.
Yeah, Instagram's the main way.
Yeah.
Instagram and Facebook.
It's
Yeah.
where we're most active, I'd say. So.
Instagram. That's
Built
your
to the
biggest
Brim
one.
official, right?
Yes.
That is us. Yeah.
Follow.
Jeff Wagner saying, great to see these guys on the show. Hope to catch them soon.
Jeff Wagner, his daughter Alexis is another chick drummer. Very good. Alexis Reynolds.
They're girls, Justin. They're not chicks.
Chick drummer. That's what they're called. I'm sorry, that's what they're called. I've never heard it any other way. You know, I mean, if you want to be PC,
You're
then
so
it's
old,
female
dude.
drummers.
You're going to get canceled. Anyways,
I'm sorry. I'm putting out my apology now. Sorry if I offended you.
we already got canceled once before.
Yeah, we did.
Let's get canceled again. Anyhow, no, it's good to see like up and coming talent in the area because for a minute there we didn't think anybody was up and coming anymore.
No,
it was kind of
That was the coolest thing about it too, because during COVID, when we're sitting here drinking our faces off and interviewing all the old guys in the area, meanwhile, all these young kids and all these people that were younger than us are starting these new bands like all through COVID, and they became part of each other's bubble, and they kept each other safe and recorded and did whatever they did, and then all of a sudden we come out of COVID and we're like, I don't know if we're gonna have anybody left to interview, and then bam, 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 all these bands started popping up. I was like, yes,
yeah, that's a fact, bro.
it was so cool though. It's so good to see, and the fact that you guys are out there, keeping the dream alive, man. It's like, it's a worrisome thing when you think that Showtime might be the last band to come out of Central New York because there was nobody else.
Yeah.
And then like, oh yeah, it's just good to see.
Hey, what I'm noticing too is a lot of bands coming out of the Oneida area,
Yeah,
like in
Oneida's
between
like-
Syracuse and
yep.
Utica, that whole area. There's a bunch of bands coming out of there.
Being in Oneida is really cool because you could go either way. It's like you're close to Syracuse or close to Utica. It's like bam, bam. You're like right in between. You can hit both spots. So
Yeah, Jeff Wagner saying Alexis is a chick drummer. No
thank you,
apologies.
Jeff. Thank you.
He's got your back, bro.
I think Alexis would agree too.
Yeah, but there's
But you want to talk about a pocket drummer? Oh, look her up though. Like seriously, do you know her?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll show you on her Instagram. I'll get you hooked up with her because like she's incredible.
This is Alexis Reynolds.
Yeah. She's very, very good.
She's
drummer.
coming
She
on the
was
show
with
soon.
Sound Barrier for almost a year, I think, or a little over a year, and now she's with Carson Murphy.
Man, Carson Murphy's super talented.
Yep.
We got to get both of them on the show. Make it happen, bro. Make it happen.
I'm on it.
Awesome. This has been good. So you can check out the Spotify, Amazon, all that streaming platforms for the new singles.
Yep.
Owen's up for a Sammy Award, so good luck to you on that. Do you know who you're going up against? I should pull it up. I'll see him pull it up. We're going to figure this out.
Yeah. We're under singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter?
Oh, he's going against Stephen Page from the Bare Naked Ladies.
Him too, huh?
Yeah. I would give that one to them, though. Like, yeah.
Fight for yourself.
Singer-songwriter. I pulled it up right here. Let's see. Singer-songwriter. Okay. Breaking Bones. Cam Caruso, very talented. Cam's super talented. So, you're Broken Bones?
Yes.
Breaking Bones?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
One of my friends. Okay, this is a story. We had come up with an original name, and then I was like, one of my friends was trying to guess it, and then she said, "Oh, is it Breaking Bones?" And I'm like, "No," but now it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I love it. And also, Paul Case is in his group, too. Paul's
cool,
been
yeah.
around for a long time.
Yep.
Legend, man.
Yeah.
Jason Decker and Gina Holsicle? I don't know.
Popsicle?
I'm so bad. I'm from East Utica. I can't pronounce anything properly. Anything.
Unless it's an Italian.
Yeah, unless
last
it's an Italian
yeah.
name, and I
Or
can
Italian
figure it out
word,
for
yeah.
days.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sorry, Gina. I just really destroyed your name. But anyways, good luck to you on that, man. It's going to be a fun time, and hopefully I'll be out at the. I'll sit next to you. We'll sit together. We'll root each other on.
Great. Yeah.
That's going to be good. And the Sammys are coming up on March 3rd at the Palace Theater in Syracuse. It's always a good time. And if we do make it to the finals, I encourage everybody out there that's watching today to vote for us. I'm sorry to be a pain in the ass, but this will be the final round if we do make it.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we do make it to the final round. But it does become a pain in the ass, though. Don't you think? It's like you got to vote. We've been voting since New Year's. It has literally been since New Year's that we've been making people vote. So thank you to everybody that has supported us throughout the whole Sammy's journey. It's been quite a ride. everybody's excited for the Sammys, so it's always a good time. Have you ever been?
Me personally,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Always great music. And I know Trauma Cat is playing the Sammys this year. If you guys haven't heard
Really?
of Trauma Cat yet, check them out. They're one of my favorite Syracuse bands. There's a lot of great bands coming out of Syracuse, but Trauma Cat's doing this really cool thing, and they all dress like cats on stage, and they got like this really cool gimmick that they perform. But not only that, but they have great music too. Very alternative sounding stuff. So I know they're playing. There's just a bunch. So you guys are sweet out there. Thank you. Thank you, Joe Ton. I appreciate your words. You say no, it's not a pain, but I feel that
Motor
it is.
Lord.
Yeah, and our boys from Motor Lord are
Yep.
in the house.
He's
Thank
been
you, Motor
voting.
Lord. Thank you for
Appreciate
voting.
that.
Thank you to all you guys for all your support this year. It's been really, really cool.
Jeff Wagner just sent me a private message and said that she was with Southbury almost 3 years. I can't with time. I'm like, everything's like that. So I'm thinking, oh, yeah, it's like 6 months she was with the band or something like that. No, 3 years.
But I still think it's 2017.
Yeah, true.
So
Yeah.
I still think it's 1998, actually, but that's for another story. Mentally, I'm back in 1998. But anyhow, Justin, what are you playing this week? You're playing tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm playing tonight at Fratello's. Thursday, I'm playing by myself at One Jenny. Friday, showtime at Vernon Downs. And Saturday, we have a wedding to play.
Cool.
Yeah.
Busy.
Yeah, in February, which is crazy. Like, February is always like, that was when we all decided to sit down and write music when we were in school and stuff, because it was, we would be crazy. Then Christmas time, and then January, February were just dead. No bars were having music. It was like nobody was going out. It's cold, and in March, like by St. Patty's Day, just start the train all over again. And this year's been different.
I think it's been the weather.
Yeah,
Snow
it's
just
been real
gone.
mild. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's been
Yep.
a mild winter, that's for sure. But I think we'll get beat up in March.
Yeah, a friend of mine asked me to golf this morning. 48 degrees out. I'm like, I totally would, but I got my son for midwinter break, so getting used to the whole. My son just started kindergarten this year, so I'm a new school parent, and I'm learning about all the new vacations again that I remember enjoying, and I couldn't wait for every single time, but. Now I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. I have Oliver all week. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do.
I'm sure he occupies your time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure he does. And that's why we were able to get Phil to the Brim on today, because it is winter break.
Exactly.
So I really
It's great.
appreciate you guys coming down and taking the time and coming to hang with us. It's always fun when you guys come in the house.
Yeah, and when you guys do come out with your new albums and stuff, please come out and promote.
Oh, yeah.
With either with your EC Radio or with Local Music Monday again, please. Always welcome here.
Oh yeah, they always have an open door for them to come in and
Absolutely.
hang out. So, Victoria Haggerty is saying I miss you guys. Hi, Tori.
Tori's in the house.
Hi, Tori. Good to hear from you. If everybody could do us a favor out there in Facebook land and click the share button, help spread the word of Phil to the Brim and what we're doing here on Local Music Monday. Awesome, guys. Check them out on Instagram and all the website and streaming services, and make sure you go check out Phil to the Brim next time they're playing live locally. And also, don't forget to check out Poor Tim and Showtime and Justin's acoustic shows. And you're always playing, man. You're like the hardest working dude.
Besides Max Sheldon.
Besides Max and Joe too. Joe's freaking killing it too.
Oh, yeah.
And we're talking about doing video platforms and all that, like how
Yeah.
it's important.
Sure.
And he's like making all these metal songs into piano songs, and like all these metal
Oh, yeah, I
bands
saw
are picking
that.
up on it. Like
Yeah.
Fred Durst, and the other day was Life of Agony.
And they're liking and sharing.
And sharing and
which
putting
is
it on
really
their
cool.
social medias. Like, look at this dude covering this song.
Yeah.
It's really cool what Joe's doing.
Yep.
So I had a weird dream that Joe and I destroyed Lars Ulrich's house. It was so weird, and I like woke up
I really
ready to
like that
fight.
dream.
It was crazy. It was a crazy dream, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, we got in a fight with Lars last night.
Can we make that happen?
And that's what he said. He goes, dude, you never know the way my life's been going. You never know.
Yeah,
what
right,
happens.
right.
So, but hey, guys, thanks for listening. Share, like, comment, subscribe, all those social media lingos, and everybody, you have yourself a good day later.